Need medical care but worried about payments? Aarogyapay makes it easy. Book, pay, and save on doctor visits, lab tests, hospital stays, and more, all in one place. No hassles, just seamless healthcare payments. Let's start with a question. How often do you think about medical expenses? Probably not until you or a loved one falls ill. That's how most of us are. We plan for vacations, home loans, and education, but rarely for unexpected hospital bills. It's natural to assume that if everything seems fine today, it will stay that way. But life is unpredictable, and when a medical emergency strikes, it doesn't just affect our health, it shakes the very foundation of our financial stability. Healthcare in India is becoming more expensive every year. Whether it's routine checkups, emergency treatments, or life saving surgeries, the costs are rising faster than most people realize. Every year, millions of middle class families find themselves caught off guard by sudden medical expenses. And in a country where 63% of healthcare expenses are paid out of pocket, a single hospitalization can be financially crippling. For families without financial backup, these situations often lead to borrowing money, selling assets, or making heartbreaking compromises on the quality of treatment. Think about this. How would you pay if a medical emergency struck tomorrow? Would your savings be enough? If not, what would you do? Most people don't have an answer to this question until thus they are forced to face it. Some assume their existing savings will be enough. But when medical expenses keep rising at an alarming rate, those savings can vanish in an instant. A sudden illness or accident can cost lakhs of rupees, and the financial impact can be devastating, leaving families struggling for years to recover. Medical inflation in India is increasing at nearly 14% per year, outpacing general inflation by a huge margin. That means a treatment that costs Rs 1 lakh today could cost Rs 2 3 lakh in the next 5 7 years. And that's just an average estimate. Certain treatments and advanced medical procedures can cost even more. This is because healthcare is constantly evolving. New treatments, modern technologies, and better medicines are being developed every day. While this is great for improving medical outcomes, it also means higher costs for patients. A surgery that was once rare is now more common, but it's also far more expensive than it used to be. And we're not just talking about rare diseases or complicated surgeries. Something as common as dengue or viral fever requiring hospitalization can cost anywhere from Rs 50,000 to Rs 1.5 lakh. A simple appendix removal could cost Rs 2 3 lakh. If you or a family member is diagnosed with a severe condition like a heart attack, kidney failure, or cancer, the costs could range from Rs 10 20 lakh or even more. Now ask yourself, if a medical emergency like this happened in your family tomorrow, do you have enough savings to cover it without any financial strain? If the answer is no, then you need to rethink your financial strategy. Imagine a situation where you've been saving money for years to buy a house, send your children to the best schools, or secure your retirement. But then a sudden medical crisis wipes out all those savings in just a few days. What happens then? Do you stop your child's education plans? Delay your home purchase? Push your retirement further down the road? This is the harsh reality many families in India face when they don't have a safety net for medical expenses. The financial stress from such situations is often worse than the illness itself. It can take years to recover from a single medical setback. Now think about what happens to those who don't have savings at all. When faced with a medical crisis, they are left with very few options. Many turn to personal loans, which come with high interest rates. Others borrow from friends and family, which can strain relationships. Some even sell gold, property, or other valuable assets just to afford basic treatment. And perhaps the worst consequence of all, some people delay or avoid treatment altogether because they simply cannot afford it. This often leads to more serious complications, prolonged suffering, and in some cases, loss of life. Yet, despite these risks, many people still believe they don't need health insurance. They assume that if they're young, fit, and healthy, they are safe. But is that really true? If there's one thing we've learned from recent years, it's that illnesses don't discriminate by age. Unexpected accidents, infections, and genetic conditions can affect anyone at any time. And when they do, they come with a financial burden that can be difficult to bear. The unfortunate truth is that most people only realize the importance of health insurance when it's too late, when they are already facing a crisis and have no way to turn back time. The real question isn't whether you need health insurance, it's whether you can afford not to have it. So, what's the solution? How can middle class families protect themselves from this financial burden? That's exactly what we'll explore next. Let's start with a simple but important question. Why is health insurance a necessity for Indian middle class families? Many people think that if they are young, fit, and healthy, they don't need insurance. After all, if you don't get sick often, why spend money on premiums every year? But this mindset can be financially devastating in the long run. Medical emergencies are unpredictable. They don't come with a warning. And when they strike, they can shake the very foundation of your financial stability. Imagine this: you've been saving money for years to buy a house, send your children to the best schools, or secure your retirement. But then, a sudden medical crisis wipes out all those savings in just a few days. This is the harsh reality many families in India face when they don't have health insurance. Rising medical costs in India. Let's talk about medical expenses. Did you know that medical inflation in India is growing at an alarming rate of 14% per year? This is much higher than the general inflation rate. To put this in perspective, a treatment that costs 1 lakh rupees today could cost 2 to 3 lakh rupees in just 5 to 7 years. That's double or even triple the amount. And let's not forget, medical advancements are happening every day, leading to better but more expensive treatments. For middle class families, these sudden medical costs can be overwhelming. Take a look at some real world examples. A simple hospitalization for dengue or pneumonia, something that can happen to anyone, could cost anywhere between 50,000 to 1.5 lakh rupees. A complicated surgery like an appendix removal can cost 2 to 3 lakh rupees. And what about more severe conditions? A heart attack, a kidney transplant, or cancer treatment? These can range anywhere from 5 lakh to 20 lakh rupees, depending on the hospital and the level of care required. Now ask yourself, if a medical emergency like this happened tomorrow, do you have enough savings to handle it without any financial strain? If the answer is no, then health insurance isn't just an option, it's a necessity. How medical emergencies drain savings. Now, let's consider a practical scenario. Imagine you have 5 lakh rupees in savings. You've been building this money over years, setting it aside for your future goals, maybe a down payment for a house, your child's education, or a backup for retirement. Suddenly, a family member falls ill and the hospitalization costs 3 to 4 lakh rupees. Just like that, the majority of your savings are gone. Now, what if another emergency happens in the next year? What if you need money for a personal or family expense. This is the reality of many middle class families in India. They work hard to save money, but one medical crisis can wipe it all out, leaving them in financial distress. And this is where things get even more serious. Many people who don't have savings end up borrowing money at high interest rates. They take personal loans, borrow from friends and relatives, or even sell assets like gold or property to cover hospital bills. Some even delay necessary medical treatment because they can't afford it, which only makes the condition worse. But all of this could be avoided with a good health insurance plan. Instead of losing your hard earned savings or falling into debt, your insurance takes care of the costs, allowing you to focus on what really matters: recovery and well being. Employer provided insurance is not enough. A lot of people believe that their employer's health insurance plan is enough. It gives them a sense of security, thinking that they're already covered. But here's the truth: most employer sponsored health insurance policies only cover 2 lakh rupees. That might sound like a lot, but for serious illnesses like cancer, heart disease, or a major surgery, it's nowhere near enough. Many of these treatments cost 10 to 20 lakh rupees or more. So, what happens when the hospital bill exceeds your insurance coverage? The rest comes out of your pocket. And here's another issue: what if you switch jobs? What if you lose employment? Most employer provided health insurance policies are valid only as long as you're working with that company. The moment you leave, you lose your coverage. This is why every individual and family must have their own independent health insurance policy, one that stays with them no matter where they work, how old they get, or how their health conditions change over time. The cost of delaying health insurance. One of the biggest mistakes people make is delaying the purchase of health insurance. Many think, I'll buy it when I'm older, or I don't need it right now. But here's why that's a costly mistake: higher premiums with age. Health insurance premiums increase as you get older. A 25-year-old may pay just 8,000 rupees per year for a 10 lakh rupees policy, while a 45-year-old might have to pay 20,000 rupees or more for the same coverage. The younger you are, the cheaper it is. Buying early saves you money in the long run. Pre-existing conditions. If you develop diabetes, hypertension, or any other chronic illness before buying insurance, the insurer might reject your application or impose a waiting period of 2 to 4 years. That means you'll have to bear all medical expenses during that period. No claim bonus, NCB benefits. Buying health insurance early allows you to accumulate a no claim bonus. This means that for every year you don't make a claim, your coverage amount increases without an increase in premium. If you start early, you can build significant coverage over time. Health insurance is an investment, not an expense. Many people hesitate to buy health insurance because they see it as an unnecessary expense. But the truth is, it's an investment in your financial security, your family's well being, and your peace of mind. Imagine the confidence of knowing that no matter what health challenges come your way, you are prepared. That you don't have to worry about selling assets, borrowing money, or compromising on the best medical treatment. Medical emergencies don't wait. They don't give us time to prepare. But you can be ready. You can protect yourself and your family from the financial burden of unexpected medical expenses. The choice is simple. Either take a small step today and secure your future, or take the risk of facing a financial crisis when it's too late. So don't wait, don't delay. Get insured today, because your health and your financial future depend on it. Now that we understand why health insurance is essential for middle class families in India, let's dive into the different types of health insurance plans available. Many people get confused When they hear terms like individual health insurance, family floater, critical illness cover, top up plans, or cashless insurance, what do they all mean? And more importantly, which one is right for you? Health insurance is not a one size fits all solution. The needs of a young, single professional are different from those of a married couple with children, which are also different from those of elderly parents. Choosing the right plan requires understanding how each type of insurance works and who it benefits the most. Individual health insurance is a policy that covers only one person. If you buy an individual plan, only the insured person can claim medical benefits. The sum insured is dedicated to one person, meaning if you take a 10 lakh rupees policy, you alone can use the full amount. This is best for individuals who do not have dependents or for family members who have specific health conditions and need dedicated coverage. Family floater plans, on the other hand, cover the entire family under a single sum insured. For example, if you buy a 10 lakh rupees policy for a family of 4, any member can use that amount for medical expenses. This is usually more affordable than buying separate individual policies and works well for families where the health risks are shared among members. However, if one family member uses up most of the coverage in a year, the remaining members may have limited funds left for their own needs. Then there are critical illness insurance plans. These are different from regular health insurance policies. A critical illness plan provides a lump sum payout if the insured person is diagnosed with a life threatening disease such as cancer, kidney failure, or heart disease. Unlike regular policies that cover hospitalization and treatment costs, critical illness plans give you a fixed amount, which you can use for medical expenses, loss of income, or any other financial burden. These plans are crucial for people with a family history of severe illnesses or those who want additional protection against high cost treatments. Many people also don't realize the importance of top up and super top up plans. These are designed to provide additional coverage beyond a certain threshold. For example, if you already have a 5 lakh rupees insurance policy but you want extra protection for bigger expenses, you can buy a 10 lakh rupees top up plan with a deductible of 5 lakh rupees. This means your base policy will cover the first 5 lakh rupees and the top up plan will kick in after that. A super top up plan works similarly but considers multiple claims in a year rather than just one. This is a smart and cost effective way to expand your coverage without paying high premiums for a larger base policy. Another essential aspect of health insurance is whether the policy offers cashless hospitalization. In India, most good health insurance policies partner with hospitals to offer cashless treatment. This means that if you or a family member is admitted to a network hospital, you don't have to pay out of pocket. The insurance company directly settles the bill with the hospital. This is particularly helpful in emergencies when arranging large amounts of money on short notice can be stressful. However, if you go to a hospital that is not in your insurer's network, you may have to pay upfront and later apply for reimbursement. Choosing the right health insurance policy involves more than just selecting the type of plan. You must also consider factors like coverage amount, waiting periods, exclusions, and claim settlement processes. Many people make the mistake of choosing the cheapest policy with the lowest premiums, but this can be risky. Low-cost plans often come with high deductibles, co-payment clauses, or hidden exclusions that limit the actual coverage when you need it most. Another common mistake is ignoring the sublimits on specific treatments. Some policies have restrictions on how much they will pay for room rent, doctor's fees, or surgeries. For example, if your policy has a room rent cap of 5,000 rupees per day, but the hospital charges 8,000 rupees per day, you will have to pay the extra amount from your pocket. Always check these limits before purchasing a policy to avoid unexpected expenses later. Waiting periods are another important factor to consider. Many health insurance plans have waiting periods for pre existing conditions, maternity benefits, or specific illnesses. If you have a pre existing disease like diabetes or hypertension, the insurer may not cover related expenses for the first 2 to 4 years of the policy. This is why it is best to buy health insurance early when you are still healthy so the waiting period gets completed before you actually need the coverage. Claim settlement ratio is a crucial metric to check when selecting an insurance provider. This ratio indicates how many claims an insurer has successfully settled compared to the total claims received. A company with a high claim settlement ratio, typically above 95%, is more reliable. You should also look at the insurer's claim process. Some companies offer a smooth and quick cashless claim process, while others might have a complicated reimbursement process that takes weeks. Portability is another feature to keep in mind. If you are unhappy with your current health insurance policy, you have the option to switch to another insurer without losing benefits like waiting period credits. This means that if you have already completed 2 years of a waiting period for a specific illness, you won't have to start over when you switch to a different provider. Portability allows you to move to a better plan without compromising on coverage continuity. Another important aspect is add-ons or riders that enhance your coverage. Many insurers offer optional add-ons like maternity cover, OPD or outpatient department cover, hospital daily cash, or personal accident insurance. While these add-ons increase your premium slightly, they can provide significant benefits. For example, maternity coverage is essential for young couples planning to start a family, as it covers expenses related to childbirth, prenatal care, and newborn baby expenses. OPD coverage helps cover expenses for doctor consultations, diagnostic tests, and minor treatments that don't require hospitalization. To make an informed decision, it's essential to compare different policies based on your health needs, family requirements, and financial situation. The best way to do this is by using online comparison tools, consulting with insurance advisors, and reading customer reviews. Look for plans that provide comprehensive coverage with minimal exclusions and ensure that the policy you choose aligns with your long term healthcare needs. Finally, it's important to remember that health insurance is not just about protecting yourself today, but securing your future. The best time to buy health insurance is always now. The earlier you start, the better the benefits, the lower the premiums, and the greater your financial security. A well chosen health insurance plan ensures that no matter what health challenges arise, you and your family will always have access to the best medical care without the burden of financial stress. Healthcare payments shouldn't be complicated. With Aarogyapay, you can easily book and pay for doctor consultations, lab tests, and hospital treatments all in one place. No last minute hassles, no hidden costs, just a seamless experience designed to make healthcare more accessible and affordable. Whether it's a routine checkup or a major procedure, Aarogyapay ensures that your focus stays on health, not payments. Now that we've explored different types of health insurance plans and how to choose the right one, let's discuss an equally important topic: how to maximize your health insurance benefits. Many people buy a policy but don't fully understand how to use it effectively. Knowing the right strategies can help you get the most out of your insurance while reducing out of pocket expenses. The first and most important step is to be aware of your policy details. A surprising number of people don't read their policy documents carefully. They assume they are covered for everything, only to realize certain treatments, procedures, or hospitals are excluded when they try to make a claim. Always take time to read and understand what's covered, what's not, and under what conditions claims can be denied. If something is unclear, don't hesitate to contact your insurance provider or agent for clarification. One of the best ways to maximize your policy is by using network hospitals for cashless treatment. Every health insurer has a list of hospitals where they offer direct billing, meaning you won't have to pay upfront and wait for reimbursement. Before seeking treatment, check whether the hospital you're considering is in your insurer's network. Even during emergencies, having a pre-checked list of nearby network hospitals can save you from financial stress. Another smart strategy is to take advantage of preventive health checkups. Many insurance providers offer free annual health checkups to policyholders. These tests can help detect diseases early, reducing the risk of severe complications and costly treatments later. If your policy includes this benefit, make sure you schedule your checkups regularly. It's a simple yet effective way to maintain good health while ensuring you get full value from your insurance. If you have a family floater plan, it's crucial to monitor the sum insured usage throughout the year. Since all family members share a common coverage amount, a major hospitalization for one member could leave the rest with little or no coverage. If your family's medical needs are growing, consider increasing your sum insured or adding a super top up plan to avoid financial gaps. Many people don't realize that insurers also provide coverage for alternative treatments like Ayurveda, homeopathy, and Unani medicine under certain policies. If you or a family member prefers these treatments, check whether your policy covers them and ensure you follow the claim guidelines for reimbursement. When it comes to hospitalization, knowing the right way to file claims can make a big difference in getting your expenses reimbursed quickly and smoothly. For planned treatments like surgeries or maternity care, always opt for pre-authorization from your insurer. This speeds up the cashless approval process and minimizes any last-minute confusion. In case of emergency hospitalization, notify your insurer as soon as possible, usually within 24 hours, to ensure a smooth claim process. Another crucial factor is managing sublimits and co-payments. Some policies have sublimits on expenses like room rent, meaning if your policy only allows 5,000 rupees per day for a hospital room, but you choose a 10,000 rupees per day room, you'll have to bear the extra cost. Choosing a hospital room within your policy limits can prevent unnecessary out-of-pocket expenses. Similarly, if your policy has a co-payment clause, meaning you need to pay a percentage of the total bill, be aware of the amount you'll need to contribute. If you have an employer-provided health insurance plan, don't rely on it entirely. Most corporate health policies have limited coverage and you lose the benefits if you switch jobs. It's always advisable to have a personal health insurance plan alongside your employer's policy to ensure continuous coverage and better benefits. Another key way to optimize your health insurance is by maintaining a claim-free history. If you don't file any claims in a given year, many insurers offer a no-claim bonus, NCB, which increases your sum insured without raising your premium. For example, if you have a 5 lakh rupees policy and don't make a claim for a year, Your sum insured might increase to 6 lakh rupees in the next policy term. Over time, this can significantly boost your coverage without additional cost. Tax benefits under Section 80D of the Income Tax Act are another advantage of health insurance. The premiums you pay for yourself, your spouse, children, and parents are eligible for tax deductions. If you are paying for a senior citizen parent's insurance, the benefits are even higher. While tax savings shouldn't be the primary reason to buy health insurance, it's a useful way to reduce your taxable income while securing financial protection for your family. Finally, don't wait until a health emergency to understand your policy. The best time to learn about your insurance is now, when you're healthy and have the time to make informed decisions. Keep your policy details handy, inform your family members about the coverage, and ensure they know the process for making claims. Being proactive can make all the difference when you actually need to use your insurance. By following these strategies, you can ensure that your health insurance works for you in the best possible way, offering maximum coverage, financial relief, and peace of mind when you need it the most. Now that we've covered how to maximize your health insurance benefits, let's focus on another crucial aspect: common mistakes people make with health insurance and how to avoid them. Even with a good policy, certain oversights can lead to claim rejections, unexpected expenses, or inadequate coverage when you need it the most. One of the most common mistakes is delaying the purchase of health insurance. Many people believe they don't need health insurance while they are young and healthy. However, waiting too long can be risky. Health insurance premiums are lower when you buy a policy early, and you can complete waiting periods for pre-existing conditions without urgency. If you wait until a medical condition develops, your premiums could be significantly higher, or worse, you might not get coverage at all. Another mistake is underestimating the required sum insured. Many people opt for the lowest premium policy without considering if it provides enough coverage for medical expenses. With rising healthcare costs, a policy with a low sum insured might not be sufficient in case of major hospitalization. It's always better to assess your family's medical needs and inflation before deciding on a coverage amount. If a higher sum insured seems expensive, consider a super top-up plan to enhance coverage at a lower cost. Not disclosing pre-existing medical conditions at the time of policy purchase is another major mistake. Some people avoid mentioning chronic illnesses or previous surgeries, thinking it will help them get lower premiums. However, insurers have strict verification processes, and if they find out about undisclosed health conditions during a claim, they can reject it. Always provide accurate medical history while purchasing a policy to avoid claim denials later. Many people also overlook the policy exclusions. Every health insurance policy has certain treatments, procedures, or conditions that are not covered, such as cosmetic surgeries, fertility treatments, or certain pre-existing conditions for a specific period. Not being aware of these exclusions can lead to unexpected expenses during treatment. Before buying a policy, carefully check what is excluded and how it might affect you or your family. Failing to renew the policy on time is another common error. If your health insurance lapses due to non-renewal, you lose coverage, and any accumulated benefits like a no-claim bonus or waiting period credit are reset. Even a single day of delay can mean you have to start over. Setting up an auto renewal or a reminder for premium payments can help ensure continuous coverage without interruptions. Another mistake is ignoring the copayment and sublimit clauses. Some policies require you to pay a portion of the hospital bill, co-payment, while others impose limits on specific expenses such as room rent. Not checking these details can lead to higher out-of-pocket costs than expected. Always review these clauses and choose a policy with lower co-payments and reasonable sub-limits. Relying solely on an employer provided health insurance plan can also be a costly mistake. Many people assume their company's insurance is sufficient, but most corporate plans have limited coverage and are discontinued if you change jobs or retire. Having an individual or family health insurance policy in addition to your employer's coverage ensures long term financial security. Another common pitfall is not utilizing health insurance benefits beyond hospitalization. Many policies cover daycare treatments, domiciliary hospitalization, ambulance charges, and even alternative medicine. Some also offer preventive checkups and wellness programs. By not using these benefits, policyholders miss out on valuable healthcare services that could improve their well being. Not keeping medical bills and documents properly organized is another mistake that can cause claim delays or rejections. When filing a claim, insurers require detailed medical reports, hospital bills, prescriptions, and diagnostic test records. If you misplace any important document, your claim process could become complicated. Always keep a digital and physical copy of medical records for easy access. Finally, not comparing policies before renewal is a missed opportunity. Health insurance needs change over time, and better plans with enhanced benefits may be available in the market. Before renewing your existing policy, compare features, benefits, and premiums of different plans to ensure you are getting the best deal for your needs. Avoiding these common mistakes can make a significant difference in how effectively your health insurance protects you and your family. By staying informed, making timely decisions, and actively managing your policy, you can ensure that you are financially prepared for any medical emergency without unnecessary stress. Now that we've covered common mistakes to avoid, let's explore some smart strategies to make the most out of your health insurance. A well managed health policy can save you money, reduce financial stress during medical emergencies, and even help you stay healthier in the long run. One of the best strategies is to leverage the no claim bonus (NCB) feature. Many health insurance plans offer a bonus in the form of an increased sum insured or a discount on renewal premiums for every claim free year. If you don't make a claim, your coverage amount increases without extra cost. Over time, this can significantly enhance your policy's value. To maximize this benefit, consider paying for minor medical expenses out of pocket instead of filing small claims. Another effective approach is using top-up and super top-up plans to enhance your coverage affordably. Instead of opting for a high coverage base plan, you can take a lower cost top-up or super top-up policy. These plans activate when your medical expenses exceed a certain threshold deductible, making them a cost-effective way to increase your total coverage without paying high premiums. Understanding and utilizing preventive healthcare benefits can also help. Many policies offer free annual health checkups, vaccinations, and wellness programs that policyholders often overlook. Regular checkups can help detect illnesses early, potentially reducing the need for expensive treatments later. Always check if your policy includes such benefits and make sure to use them. Using network hospitals for cashless treatment is another smart move. Health insurers have tie-ups with specific hospitals where you can avail of cashless hospitalization, meaning the insurer directly settles the bill with the hospital. This saves you the hassle of arranging money upfront and simplifies the claim process. Always check your insurer's list of network hospitals and choose one within the network during emergencies. A lesser known but valuable feature is restoration benefit, which is available in many policies. If you exhaust your sum insured during a policy year, the insurer automatically restores it for future claims. This is especially useful for families where multiple people are covered under the same policy. However, some policies restore only for unrelated illnesses, so be sure to check the terms before relying on this feature. Another financial advantage is tax savings under Section 80D of the Income Tax Act. You can claim deductions on the premiums paid for yourself, your family, and even your parents. The deduction can go up to Rs 25,000 for individuals and Rs 50,000 for senior citizens, providing significant savings on taxable income. It's also smart to customize your policy with add-ons based on your needs. Add-on covers like critical illness cover, maternity benefits, OPD cover, or personal accident riders can enhance your protection. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, choose riders that suit your lifestyle, health risks, and family planning goals. If you have a family floater plan, ensure that all dependents are well covered. While these plans offer cost-effective coverage, they might not be sufficient for families with elderly members who have higher medical risks. In such cases, a separate senior citizen policy with comprehensive benefits might be a better option. Lastly, review and upgrade your policy periodically to keep up with changing health needs. Your requirements at 30 will be different from those at 50. Upgrading your sum insured or switching to a better plan ensures you are always adequately covered. If needed, port your policy to a different insurer offering better terms without losing existing benefits like waiting period credits. By using these smart strategies, you can get the best value from your health insurance, ensuring financial security, better health management, and peace of mind for you and your family. With Aarogyapay, you can seamlessly book and pay for doctor visits, lab tests, and hospital treatments all in one place. No more payment worries or complicated processes, just a smooth, hassle-free experience that puts your health first. From routine checkups to critical treatments, Aarogyapay is here to make healthcare more accessible and stress-free. Now that you know how to maximize your health insurance benefits, let's talk about something equally important: how to file claims smoothly and get reimbursements without unnecessary delays. Many policyholders face claim rejections simply because they don't follow the right process or miss out on key details. Here's how you can avoid such hassles and ensure a seamless claim experience. There are two types of claims: cashless and reimbursement. A cashless claim is the most convenient option where the insurance company directly settles the bill with the hospital. But this works only if you get treated at a network hospital that has a tie-up with your insurer. If you choose a hospital that's not in the insurer's network, you'll have to pay the bill first and then apply for reimbursement. If you're opting for a cashless claim, always inform your insurer or TPA, third-party administrator, in advance, especially in the case of planned treatments like surgeries or hospitalizations. If it's an emergency, notify them within 24 hours of admission. At the hospital, you'll need to fill out a pre-authorization form which is sent to the insurer for approval. Once it's approved, the hospital directly settles the bill with the insurer, and you only need to pay for non-covered expenses, if any. For a reimbursement claim, keeping proper documentation is crucial. You'll need hospital bills, test reports, prescriptions, discharge summaries, and doctor's notes, all well organized and correctly stamped. Any missing documents can lead to claim delays or even rejection. Before filing your claim, make sure you've included everything required, including a duly filled claim form, itemized hospital bills, discharge papers, and bank details for reimbursement transfers. One of the most common reasons for claim rejections is missing or incorrect documentation. Always cross check that all your bills are properly signed and stamped by the hospital. If there's any missing paperwork, the insurer may raise queries, leading to unnecessary delays. Also, make sure you're aware of your policy exclusions before filing a claim. Some treatments, such as cosmetic procedures, dental work, or pre existing diseases within the waiting period, may not be covered. If your claim falls under an exclusion, the insurer will reject it. Knowing what is covered and what isn't can save you from unpleasant surprises. Another key factor that impacts claims is sublimits and co-payments. Some policies have caps on room rent, doctor's fees, or specific procedures. If your hospital room exceeds the allowed limit, you may have to bear a proportionate cost for the entire bill. Similarly, if your policy has a co-payment clause, you'll need to pay a fixed percentage of the total bill before the insurer covers the rest. Understanding these limits in advance helps you make better choices when selecting a hospital or treatment plan. In case your claim gets rejected, don't panic. First, check the rejection reason carefully. Many rejections happen due to minor technicalities, missing documents, or errors in paperwork. If you believe the rejection is unfair, you can appeal the decision and submit the required corrections. If necessary, you can escalate the issue to the insurance ombudsman for resolution. To ensure a smooth claims experience, always maintain a digital record of your medical expenses, reports, and insurance documents. This makes it easier to access everything instantly when needed. Also, ensure that your policy details, nominee information, and KYC documents are up to date with your insurer. A smooth claims process is all about timely communication, proper documentation, and understanding your policy terms. By following these steps, you can ensure that when you need financial support the most, your health insurance actually works for you. Health insurance is not a one-time purchase. It requires ongoing attention and periodic adjustments to ensure it continues meeting your needs. While most people focus on purchasing a policy and handling claims, they often overlook the importance of policy renewals and upgrades. Ignoring these aspects can result in inadequate coverage, financial strain during medical emergencies, and even the loss of accumulated benefits. To make the most of your health insurance, it's essential to stay proactive about renewals, evaluate your coverage needs regularly, and explore options to enhance your policy. One of the biggest mistakes policyholders make is failing to renew their health insurance on time. Insurance companies provide a specific window for renewal, and missing the deadline can lead to a policy lapse. Once a policy expires, you lose all the benefits accumulated over time, such as the no claim bonus, continuity of waiting periods for pre existing conditions, and other policy perks. Some insurers offer a grace period for renewal, but if that period also lapses, you may have to go through the entire buying process again, including medical checkups and new waiting periods. Setting up automatic reminders or opting for auto renewal can help prevent such situations and ensure uninterrupted coverage. Another reason to pay close attention to renewals is that medical inflation continues to rise. The cost of hospital treatments, doctor consultations, medications, and diagnostic tests has significantly increased over the years. If you purchased your health insurance policy several years ago With a sum insured that seemed sufficient at the time, it may no longer cover today's medical expenses adequately. During renewal, it's wise to reassess whether your current sum insured is enough to handle potential hospitalization costs. If not, upgrading to a higher sum insured or purchasing a top up policy can be a smart move to protect yourself from out of pocket expenses. Policy renewals are also an opportunity to review and modify your coverage based on your evolving healthcare needs. Life circumstances change, your family may grow, your health conditions may evolve, or you might develop new medical requirements that your existing policy does not adequately cover. For instance, if you've recently married or had a child, you may want to add your spouse and newborn to your policy. Some insurers allow mid-term additions, but renewals are often the best time to update your family floater plan. Additionally, if you've been diagnosed with a chronic illness or require frequent outpatient care, exploring riders such as critical illness cover, OPD benefits, maternity coverage can significantly enhance your financial protection. It's also crucial to be aware that insurers sometimes modify policy terms, coverage inclusions, and premium amounts at the time of renewal. Many policyholders simply pay their renewal premium without thoroughly reading the updated terms and conditions, only to realize later that their coverage has changed. Some insurers introduce new sublimits, co-payment clauses, or exclusions that may affect claim approvals. Reviewing your policy document carefully before renewing ensures that you are not caught off guard by unexpected changes. If you notice any unfavorable modifications, consider negotiating with your insurer or exploring better options in the market. Speaking of options, policy renewal is the perfect time to compare different insurance plans. The health insurance industry is constantly evolving, with insurers introducing new policies that offer better benefits, broader coverage, or more affordable premiums. If you find a policy that better suits your needs, you don't have to remain stuck with your current insurer. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India (IRDAI) allows policyholders to port their health insurance to another provider while retaining their accumulated benefits, such as waiting period credits and no claim bonuses. This means that if another insurer offers a better plan with lower premiums or additional features, you can seamlessly switch without losing your existing benefits. Another often overlooked aspect of policy renewal is reviewing add-ons and riders. While a standard health insurance policy covers hospitalization costs, it may not be enough for more comprehensive healthcare needs. Riders such as personal accident cover, critical illness cover, daily hospital cash benefits, or maternity benefits can provide additional financial security. However, not all add-ons remain relevant over time. For example, if you previously added a maternity benefit rider but no longer need it, you might consider removing it to reduce your premium costs. Conversely, if your financial situation has improved, you might want to enhance your coverage with additional riders for better protection. Additionally, staying updated with government health schemes and employer provided benefits can help you optimize your insurance portfolio. Some employers enhance their group health insurance plans with additional features each year, and government backed health programs may provide supplementary benefits that can complement your existing coverage. By aligning your personal health insurance with these external benefits, you can ensure you have the most cost effective and comprehensive coverage possible. Lastly, maintaining a long term relationship with your insurer can come with advantages. Some insurers reward loyal customers with enhanced benefits, such as a higher no claim bonus, additional wellness benefits, or discounted premiums upon renewal. Engaging with your insurer, understanding their offerings, and negotiating terms where possible can help you maximize the benefits of your policy. In conclusion, health insurance is not a set it and forget it product. It requires regular review, timely renewal, and strategic upgrades to keep pace with your changing healthcare needs and rising medical costs. By being proactive, staying informed, and exploring all available options, you can ensure that your health insurance remains a strong financial safeguard for you and your family. Taking the time to evaluate your coverage annually and making necessary adjustments will help you stay adequately protected while optimizing your financial well being. To sum it all up, health insurance isn't just about having a policy, it's about securing your financial future, protecting your family from unexpected medical expenses, and ensuring that quality healthcare is always within reach. Throughout this video, we've discussed why health insurance is essential for Indian middle class families, how medical inflation is making treatments increasingly unaffordable, and how a single medical emergency can wipe out years of savings. We've also explored how to choose the right plan, understand policy terms, maximize benefits, and navigate the claims process. But all this knowledge is only useful if we take action. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting too long to get insured or not fully understanding their coverage until it's too late. Health insurance is not just a financial product, it's a tool for safeguarding your family's well being. It ensures that no matter what happens, you will have access to the best possible care without the added burden of worrying about hospital bills. By choosing the right plan early, staying informed about policy details, and making the most of available benefits, you can turn your health insurance into a powerful safety net that truly works for you. It's also crucial to remember that medical emergencies don't come with a warning. They don't wait for you to be financially ready. They don't consider your career plans, savings goals, or monthly budget. When they strike, they demand immediate action, and at that moment, the last thing you want is to be scrambling for funds. This is why having health insurance isn't just a smart choice, it's an absolute necessity. It allows you to focus on what really matters, getting the best treatment and recovering without financial stress. But beyond just having a policy, understanding how to use it effectively makes all the difference. Knowing your coverage limits, being aware of exclusions, keeping track of your no claim bonuses, and choosing network hospitals wisely can all help in making the most out of your policy. The claims process, which we discussed in detail, is another critical aspect. Filing claims properly, maintaining necessary documentation, and following the right procedures can ensure a smooth and hassle free experience. At the end of the day, health insurance is one of the most important financial decisions you will ever make. It's not just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting your loved ones. It's about ensuring that no matter what health challenges come your way, you won't have to compromise on quality care or face financial ruin. So don't wait until a crisis forces you to realize its importance. Take action today. Research your options, compare plans, and invest in the right health insurance policy for your needs. Because in a world where healthcare costs are constantly rising, being prepared isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Stay informed, stay protected, and most importantly, stay insured. Your future self and your family will thank you. Healthcare payments shouldn't be complicated. With Aarogyapay, you can easily book and pay for doctor consultations, lab tests, and hospital treatments all in one place. No last minute hassles, no hidden costs, just a seamless experience designed to make healthcare more accessible and affordable. Whether it's a routine checkup or a major procedure, Aarogyapay ensures that your focus stays on health, not payments.